Hi guys! Today I will be talking about lots of stuff, so here we go. Item number 1. So this past week, Reagan at Peru's project decided to host an impromptu, really chill read-a-thon, which was called #IHaveTooManyBooks. And I decided to participate because I didn't really feel like watching any TV, plus my cable isn't working. And I had quite a few library books that I had been procrastinating on reading, so I decided to just go ahead and get those out of the way. I finished them today and I returned them today, so I was all like, oh, dang it, I don't have them for the video. But whatever, I will tell you what books I read and how much I read on each day. On the first day, I was about 15 pages into Reality Boy by A.S. King, and so I watched Reagan's video and then I was all like, oh, alright then, let's do this, and I finished that book that day. So I read about 348 pages on the first day, and then the next day, I didn't have any class and I was all like, yeah, I'm gonna read all day. Didn't read anything. But day 3, I read Vicious by V.E. Schwab, and I wound up finishing it, and I read 364 pages on day 3. On day 4, I didn't have class again, so I decided to finish as much of the book as I could, and I wound up finishing Winger on Thursday. So I had read about 339 pages that day. As soon as I finished Winger, around midnight on Thursday, I moved on to Is Everyone Hanging Out Without Me by Mindy Kaling. This is my friend's copy and I borrowed it from her, which is why I have the actual physical copy of the book. But I read about 50 pages of this, then I pretty much hung out with my sister for the rest of the weekend, and so on Saturday I wound up only reading 22 pages, leaving me at 72 pages total for Friday and Saturday. And then on Sunday, I wound up reading as much as I possibly could, and I read about 150 pages between Sunday and Monday. And so I decided to have the cutoff time be Monday night at midnight going into Tuesday. So I pretty much had all of Memorial Day to read too. So I wound up finishing this, and when I finished this, I moved on to Percy Jackson and the Sea of Monsters, and I got about 77 pages in before midnight. That leaves me at a grand total of 1,450 pages read all week, and I'm pretty proud of myself because I did a pretty good job for my very first read-a-thon, and I read all the books I was aiming to read and finish, and I just finished Sea of Monsters today because it's only like 270 pages or something, and then I went and returned it to the library with all the other books. Item number 2. So, like I said, I went and returned all of the library books that I had, and when you go to the library, you just have to get more books, right? I'm very motivated to just keep reading and reading as fast as I can, and as much as I can. So I got 5 books at the library, starting with The Immortal Rules and The Eternity Cure by Julie Kagawa. This book, I know the 3rd one in the series, this is the Blood of Eden trilogy, just came out last month or a couple months ago, and everyone is so psyched for it, so I'm really stoked to finally be reading this. I saw it at the library and I was just like, grab, yes. And if you don't know what this series is about, it's pretty much kind of in the future, I think, but the main character lives in a world where there are vampires, but the vampires are bad, like they're supposed to be. And then she ends up becoming a vampire and other stuff happens. Not exactly sure, but it sounded really cool. Then after that, I hope to start White Hot Kiss by Jennifer L. Armentrout. This book I've heard quite a bit about, especially from Cassidy Vonche, because she loves Jennifer L. Armentrout. Pretty much this is about a girl who's half demon, half gargoyle, and I think she's supposed to hunt them or kill them, but she winds up falling in love with them, and yeah, I saw this there, and I'm actually pretty surprised with the books that they have at the library here. So yeah, I decided to check this out, and who knows, maybe I'll like it. It sounds interesting. Next, I got a book that I'm actually really excited to read for the summer because I feel like it's a really good summer read, and that is Amy and Roger's Epic Detour by Morgan Matson. I've been wanting to get this book for a while now, and I was just surprised to see this there again. The last book I got from the library is These Broken Stars by Amy Kaufman and Megan Spooner. I heard a lot about this book when it first came out. Like, everyone was reading it, everyone was obsessed with it. This was about 4 months ago, and I haven't really heard anything about it since then, but everyone was raving about it. And the basic premise I've heard is that it's basically Titanic in space, but I mean, you know, we'll see. The cover is really pretty, honestly. I like the back of it. It's really cool too. Item number 3. This summer, I'm all about trying to finish series. Whether it's a series I have already started and I just need to finish, or it's a series that I'm just dying to start. These series include the Percy Jackson and the Olympian series, and the Benny and Mara zombie series. I also have quite a few books I actually need to start, such as Fight Club by Chuck Palahniuk. Can never pronounce his last name. I really need to read this because this copy belongs to my friend Sarah. And I really need to read Anna and the French Kiss by Stephanie Perkins and Eleanor Park by Rainbow Rowell. Like, I need to read these books like yesterday. I don't know why I haven't read them yet, but they're like perfect summer reads. So yeah, that's the thing that needs to happen. But before I read any other standalones, there's 2 books I need to finish first, and that is Redeeming Love by Francine Rivers. And I literally have 150 pages left, and I need to finish it. And of course, I need to finish A Game of Thrones by George R.R. Martin. Now I know what you're thinking, Brianna, you started that like in March. No, I started it in February, and I still haven't finished. But I have 200 pages left, which for a normal person is a lot, but for someone who is reading an 837 page book, it's like, finally. So yes, I will be finishing this really soon. To keep track for myself, because I have so many books and series to read this summer, I made a list of them on Tumblr. So if you would like to see what I'll be reading this summer as I go along, you can look at the list I posted on my Tumblr, which I will post the link to that specific post and of course to my blog in the description. Lastly, item number 4. I will not be having a book haul this month. That library haul does not count as a book haul because my birthday is next week. My birthday is in 10 days, which is really scary. So I will be having a book haul after that, so that will include books that I got in May and also for my birthday. I know for a fact my parents are getting me books for my birthday, and I'm just super excited. And also, on my birthday, I'm gonna go see the Fault in Our Stars movie, so you will probably hear about my feels for that as well. Anyway, that has been my video. Yeah, I will see you soon. Bye!